My God, it's Friday again. Last day of the work week. Everybody working for the weekend? Woo! We are here. It is Saturday Eve. Let's roll with that for a minute. But for a lot of you, it's also payday. Never a bad thing. Today, I want to talk about, again, a couple of things that really don't seem to tie together. First, the thermodynamics of calcium carbonate precipitation. I want to look into the supersaturation limits and crystallization that's involved there. And then I want to talk about diversifying your revenue streams. Okay, so an eclectic mix, like usual. But before we jump into that, here's Pete from Coachella Valley Pools. We'll hear a word from him, and then a word from our sponsor, Raypack.
What up, guys? Pete the Pool Guy, Coachella Valley Pools Daily Dose Tip of the Day. Tip of the what? That's right, tip of the day. Today's tip, first of all, shout out to Ultimate Pools, man. I'm rocking my hat today. Today's tip, let's talk total hardness. Your total hardness measures the concentration of calcium and magnesium in your pool water. It's important to keep the levels balanced. Low hardness can cause corrosion to the pool surface and equipment, while high hardness can lead to scaling and cloudy water. You know, that calcium line around the pool or in the water features? That's what I'm talking about. So to maintain the right balance, test your water regularly and adjust with calcium increaser or dilute your pool. Meaning, dilute your pool, drain, do a partial drain, add fresh water. That's how you dilute a pool. Proper hardness levels will help you keep your pool clean and extend the life of your pool equipment. So it's very important for you to check your total hardness levels. Try to keep those low, but not too low. Tip of the day. Peace.
Tip of the day is brought to you by Coachella Valley Pools of Instagram.
I'm seeing this viral pool hack going around where people are just chucking a copper pipe into their skimmer like, look at me, I'm a pool chemistry wizard. Algae won't stand a chance. And technically, yeah, copper can help kick some algae ass, sure. But here's the thing. The copper we normally put in pools is chelated. Basically, it's treated, so it won't turn your pool into a vat of lime Kool-Aid. Ever seen Lady Liberty? She's green, folks. That is what copper looks like when it oxidizes. Yes, even water alone can cause metals to oxidize. Ever heard of rust? If plain old air turned Lady Liberty into a teal green like that, imagine what your pool water's gonna do to that little DIY copper pipe. Spoiler, your pool's about to go full on Shrek. Meanwhile, your pool pro is just sitting back counting dollar signs. They know a call's coming. Yeah, my pool's the color of a pea soup smoothie. Can you help? And they'll be like, oh, I can help, all right, for a nice little acid wash fee. Cha-ching, sure. They'll be happy to replace that vinyl liner. And don't even get me started on fiberglass pools. Throw some copper in there. You'll be trying to taste the rainbow with all those colors the pool shell will turn if the non-chelated copper you added complexes with your cyanuric acid. I'm talking to you too, plaster and vinyl pool owner people. Ka-ching, you're practically paying for your pool guy's vacation to Cabo because of a TikTok hack. Congrats on funding their margaritas.
Are you looking to upgrade your pool game? Well, you might want to check out Raypack's latest heat pump pool heating solution, Crosswind V. Picture this, a sleek, modern design that'll make your backyard the envy of the neighborhood with its contemporary look. Not to mention, this pool heater comes with an advanced control system and easy installation. Also, best-in-class serviceability, so you don't have to stress about a thing. Visit www.raypack.com/crosswindv to learn more about this product. Again, that's www.raypack.com/crosswindv to learn more about this product and how it will elevate your pool heating experience and bring you peace of mind in every swim moment. Okay, everybody, today's riveting discussion, and yes, I said riveting, on the utterly fascinating thermodynamics of calcium carbonate precipitation, or as we like to call it in the business, the bane of pool maintenance everywhere. Now, imagine this. You're the humble pool technician, minding your own business happily, balancing pH and alkalinity levels. Splendid. But then one day, out of nowhere, wham, your pool is suddenly covered in the dreaded white crusty bits. Calcium carbonate. Scale. That wretched, solid menace. It's like the pool gods decided to throw you a crumbly, chalky party, and you're the unfortunate soul left to clean up the confetti. But fear not, because I will help guide you through the murky waters of thermodynamics, and I shall explain exactly what's going on. It's all about supersaturation and, brace yourselves, solubility product constants. Now don't panic. I know solubility product constant sounds like something straight out of a bad chemistry lecture from your high school days. You know, the one where the teacher had all the charisma of a soggy roll of toilet paper. But don't worry, I'm gonna try to make this exciting. First things first, calcium carbonate. That villain only precipitates when there's a delicate little dance between calcium ions and carbonate ions. They swirl around in your pool like ballroom dancers, only to trip over each other once they get too chummy. You see, once their concentration gets a bit too enthusiastic, they reach what we call supersaturation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the chaos begins. Imagine, if you will, calcium and carbonate ions swirling around, drunk on their own success, until poof, out pops solid calcium carbonate. Now, when this happens, scale forms everywhere. On the tiles, in the heaters, on the walls, even on your delicate soul. But why? Why does this happen? It's all to do with temperature. You see, as the water heats up, the solubility of calcium carbonate goes down. That's right, like a grumpy old man at a tea party. The warmer things get, the less calcium carbonate wants to stay dissolved. It would rather turn into a solid and stick inside your heat exchanger, where it can cause all kinds of havoc. Just lovely, right? The key to all of this is the solubility product constant, which is essentially a posh way of saying how much stuff we can dissolve before everything goes pear-shaped. It's like trying to stuff too many clowns into a tiny car. Sooner or later, somebody is bound to pop out, and in our case, it's the calcium carbonate. Now let's talk about pH, the pool's moody teenager. When pH goes up, the concentration of carbonate ions also goes up, making the water more likely to form these dastardly little crystals. So if your pH gets too high, wham! Suddenly, your pool becomes the calcium carbonate Olympics. The higher the pH, the more risk of tipping over into supersaturation. And once that happens, calcium carbonate isn't going to just sit there quietly. No, it's going to start sticking to your heaters, your filters, and possibly your sanity. But wait, it's not all doom and gloom. There is hope. We can model this entire process using the solubility product constant. It's just a real fancy formula for predicting when scale will form. We actually calculate the point where the pool water becomes too saturated and calcium carbonate decides to crash the party. It's all a matter of keeping the balance. You've got to manage the temperature, pH, calcium hardness, carbonate alkalinity, and total dissolved solids, all while monitoring the Langolier Saturation Index, or LSI. It's a magnificent little tool that tells you if your water's about to get scalier than a medieval knight. Too much scale, and you got yourself a calcium carbonate catastrophe. Too little, and you're in corrosion town. It's all about balance, like a seesaw. On one end, calcium carbonate. On the other end, total pool chaos. Calcium scale formation is a persistent and often frustrating challenge. It clogs filters, damages heaters, and leaves unsightly white deposits on the pool walls, especially, at the waterline. Understanding the thermodynamics behind calcium carbonate precipitation can provide you with the insights needed to effectively manage and prevent scale formation. At the heart of this issue are the thermodynamic principles that govern solubility, saturation, and crystallization. Calcium carbonate precipitation occurs when calcium ions and carbonate ions in pool water exceed the solubility limit of calcium carbonate, causing solid crystals to form. This governed by factors such as temperature, pH, alkalinity, and the presence of other dissolved substances, all which can shift the water's chemistry to a supersaturated state. When calcium carbonate is dissolved in water, it exists in a delicate balance between soluble calcium ions and carbonate ions. The solubility of calcium carbonate is represented by the solubility product constant, which provides a quantitative measure of how much calcium and carbonate ions can dissolve in water at a given temperature. Once the ion product of calcium and carbonate exceeds the solubility constant, the water becomes supersaturated and scale formation is more likely to occur. To comprehend how calcium carbonate precipitation occurs, we need to take a look at the thermodynamic forces behind solubility, crystallization, and supersaturation. These processes are governed by fundamental laws of thermodynamics, particularly in how energy changes as substances dissolve or precipitate. The solubility of calcium carbonate in water is expressed by its solubility constant product, which is the product of the concentration of ions that make up calcium carbonate. At a given temperature, the solubility constant for calcium carbonate is relatively stable. For example, at 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 25 degrees Celsius for our friends all around the rest of the world, the solubility product constant for calcium carbonate is 8.7 times 10 to the negative ninth power. This means that when the product of calcium and carbonate ion solutions exceeds this value, the solution becomes supersaturated and the precipitation of calcium carbonate is thermodynamically favored. The solubility of calcium carbonate decreases with the increasing temperature, meaning that the warmer pool water is more prone to scale formations. This inverse relationship between temperature and solubility is a critical factor for pool technicians to consider when managing high temperature environments such as spas or heated pools. The thermodynamic stability of calcium carbonate precipitation can best be understood in terms of Gibbs free energy. The change in Gibbs free energy for a reaction determines whether a process is spontaneous or whether scale will form naturally. For calcium carbonate to precipitate, the reaction must have a negative Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy is calculated as the change in enthalpy minus the product of temperature and the change in entropy. The enthalpy change in this case is slightly negative due to the exothermic nature of the crystallization process, while the temperature is measured in Kelvin. The change in entropy is typically negative for precipitation reactions since the system becomes more ordered. The precipitation of calcium carbonate is thermodynamically favored, meaning the ions in solution will naturally form solid calcium carbonate crystals, and as the temperature increases, the entropy term becomes more significant, leading to higher chances of spontaneous precipitation. This is why pool service professionals often observe scaling issues in heated pools or spas. Supersaturation is the key condition that leads to calcium carbonate precipitation. A pool water system becomes supersaturated when the concentrations of calcium and carbonate ions exceed the solubility limit defined by the solubility product constant at a given temperature. In other words, supersaturation is a state where the ion product of calcium and carbonate is greater than the solubility product constant. At this point, the system has an excess of calcium and carbonate ions, and thermodynamics drives the formation of solid calcium carbonate crystals to reduce the ion concentrations back to equilibrium. The degree of supersaturation is influenced by several key factors. Higher pH increases the concentration of carbonate ions because more bicarbonate is converted to carbonate. As pH rises, the likelihood of supersaturation and scale formation increases. Higher temperatures reduce the solubility of calcium carbonate, leading to increased supersaturation in heated pools. High levels of total alkalinity provide a greater buffer capacity, meaning more bicarbonate ions are available to shift to carbonate, increasing the risk of supersaturation. Finally, the higher calcium concentration in the pool water is easier to exceed the solubility product and the supersaturated state. You guys can better predict and manage scale formation by understanding how to model the equilibrium conditions of calcium carbonate precipitation. The solubility product constant is central to this modeling process, which will allow you to calculate the critical threshold at which the water will precipitate calcium carbonate. The first step in modeling scale formation is calculating the ion product of calcium and carbonate ions. If the ion product exceeds the solubility product constant, the water is supersaturated and precipitation is likely to occur. For you, this means that maintaining balance between calcium hardness, carbonate alkalinity, and pH is crucial in keeping the ion product below the supersaturation threshold. The concentration of carbonate ions in pool water is highly dependent upon pH. Carbonate exists in equilibrium with bicarbonate and carbonic acid, and this equilibrium is pH dependent. At lower pH levels, more of the dissolved carbonate is present as bicarbonate. As pH gets closer to 8, more of the bicarbonate converts into carbonate ions, increasing the potential for calcium carbonate precipitation. Using this relationship, pool technicians can control scale formation by adjusting the pH. Just simply keeping it between 7.2 and 7.6 minimizes the concentration of carbonate ions, and it reduces the likelihood of you reaching a supersaturation point. While supersaturation is necessary for scale formation, it is not the only factor for crystallization to occur. Nucleation sites are also required. These are surfaces or imperfections where the ions can gather and begin forming solid crystals. Nucleation can occur either homogeneously in the bulk water or heterogeneously on surfaces like pool walls, pipes, and heat exchangers inside. Heterogeneous nucleation is more common in pool systems because imperfections or rough surfaces provide ideal spots for crystal growth. Once nucleation has begun, calcium carbonate crystals will continue to grow as long as the water remains supersaturated. This growth process can quickly lead to visible scale, which is difficult to remove and can cause significant damage to your pool equipment. Heat exchangers and pool heaters are particularly prone to scaling because the temperature inside the unit is higher than that of the surrounding water. This creates local supersaturation conditions even if the overall water chemistry is balanced. The rapid temperature change accelerates precipitation, causing scale to form in the heat exchangers. Managing calcium carbonate crystallization in heated pools often requires keeping a closer eye on the water chemistry, adjusting the pH, alkalinity, and calcium hardness to prevent supersaturation in those exchangers. Preventing calcium carbonate scale requires a careful balance of water chemistry. For pool service technicians, understanding the interaction between pH, alkalinity, calcium hardness, and temperature, it's essential to maintaining optimal conditions and avoiding scale formation. You know this as the Langelier Saturation Index, or LSI. It's a valuable tool for predicting calcium carbonate precipitation. The LSI calculates the degree of saturation in the water by considering pH, carbonate alkalinity, calcium hardness, temperature, and total dissolved solids. An LSI value between negative 0.3 and positive 0.3, that's our balanced range. Anything that falls in between there, we're good to go. Less than negative 0.3, corrosive. Greater than positive 0.3, scale forming. So a negative LSI indicates that the water is undersaturated. And again, that can lead to what we call etching, because if water doesn't have enough calcium carbonate in it, if it is undersaturated, it will get it. And the nearest source of calcium carbonate for your water is the pool walls and floor, the plaster. There's calcium carbonate in there and it can pull it out. Same thing holds true for vinyl liners. You're not off the hook. They are using calcium carbonate in the formulas for vinyl nowadays. And in those cases where it's greater than 7% used in the formula, it's been shown that undersaturation can draw the calcium carbonate from the liner as well. So a positive LSI, that's supersaturation, and the potential for scale formation is higher. Maintaining proper pH and alkalinity levels is your first line of defense against calcium carbonate precipitation. Keeping the pH in the recommended range of 7.2 to 7.6 minimizes carbonate ion concentration, while controlling total alkalinity ensures proper buffering capacity. Okay, we're going to take a minute here to hear from our sponsors. When we get back, we're going to talk about diversifying revenue streams and adding high margin services to boost profits. Talk to you in a few.
Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Jack's Magic Products is your industry leader in identifying, removing, and preventing stains. How? With a range of high-performance, eco-friendly products, keeping pools safe, clean, and ready to use all year round. The Jack's Magic 3-step program is a quick and effective way to remove stains and scaling. First, we identify the problem, then our top-quality products will remove the discoloration. Finally, our preventative solutions will keep your pool looking like new for much longer. Get helpful tips and check out our product catalog today at jacksmagic.com.
Pool Magazine is the hottest new publication for the pool and spa industry, featuring up-to-the-minute news on what's happening in the pool world in a fresh new stylized format with our mobile-friendly app. Pool Magazine is the app for keeping your fingers on the pulse of the pool industry. You'll find featured news, editorials, podcasts, videos, and more on the Pool Magazine app. Download on Google Play and the App Store.
AquaStar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable, and these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with a pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleanings faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
That is amazing. I could actually go out and make money doing filter cleans if they were like this. If they were AquaStar filters out there, then I could be a filter cleaner girl.
We can do that. Make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Todd? Love it. There you go. Awesome. Thank you, Jules the Pool Girl. Again, AquaStar Pool Products, Pipeline Filters. Super easy, right?
Super easy.
Okay, picture this scenario. You start off scrubbing away at people's pools, waving your net about, chasing leaves, imagining that you're Jacques Cousteau in the process. And then, blam! You suddenly realize, hey, hang on a minute. I could be making an absolute fortune here, not just by scooping up dead frogs and telling Mrs. Snodgrass that chlorine isn't a new type of salad dressing. Nope. Like a pond full of fish, all doing different jobs. You've got bass doing the accounting, your trout's handling customer complaints, your pike running HR. It's all terribly efficient and smells faintly of money. You know, that money smell. Okay, instead of running around and not earning your worth, why not offer your clients something a little bit more profitable? Something like, I don't know, pool automation systems. Those are for the chaps that can't be bothered to press their own buttons. Why push a button, they say, when I could spend twice as much on a system that pushes buttons for me. Brilliant. And who are you to argue with logic like that? Sell them an automation system. One that controls the temperature, lights, chemicals, and maybe even tells them the meaning of life. And suddenly you're swimming in profits while their pool practically runs itself. Until, of course, it malfunctions, at which point you swoop in, cape fluttering behind you, ready to charge handsomely for the repair. Everyone's happy, mostly. What about safety equipment? You know those lovely fences and covers that protect little Timmy from attempting to dive into the shallow end head first, like a particularly ambitious lemming? Now you can just install these things and say, there you go, safe as houses. But that wouldn't be very talking pools now, would it? No. What you do is install fancy safety equipment. The sort that beeps, flashes, and sings the national anthem, and orders you a pizza when somebody gets too close to the pool. Expensive? Yes. Necessary? Debatable. Profitable? Abso-fucking-lutely. Then there's the safety cover. Not just your bog standard tarpaulin, no, an automatic solar-powered, child-proof, bulletproof, possibly weatherproof device that folds itself up like a contortionist on a holiday. You know, the sort of cover that makes you feel like a James Bond villain when you push a button and it glides into place with the precision of a Swiss watch. And let's not forget pool alarms, a glorious invention. It screeches every time a squirrel sneezes at the water, ensuring no one enjoys the pool in peace. Cha-ching! Now, here's the real stroke of genius. High-end maintenance packages. These are for the elite, the aristocrats of pool ownership, the people who wouldn't dream of getting their own hands dirty with a bit of scrubbing or, heaven forbid, actually testing their water's pH levels. No, these fine folks want someone. They want you to do everything for them while they just lounge around sipping champagne and counting their pennies. With the high-end package, you promise to visit their pool more often than their own mother, offering everything from regular vacuuming to full water feature maintenance. They'll think you're a magician and you'll charge like one too. For those discerning clients, why not throw in a priority pool service? Make them feel special. The moment something goes wrong, say their water fountain stops looking quite like the Trevi, you'll rush over faster than a greyhound after a pork chop, all while charging a very premium fee, naturally. The trick, you see, is in the packaging. It's not just the maintenance. No. It's VIP service. It's bespoke. It's luxurious. You're not selling pool care. You're selling a lifestyle, complete with sparkling water and perhaps a complimentary set of white gloves. You can even add exclusive bonuses like extended warranties. Your pool pump's making a noise? Don't worry. You've got our gold-plated warranty. We'll fix it, and it'll only cost you a small fortune. Of course, the piece de resistance is convincing them they need this. Madam, your pool could be better. You could have lights that change with music. You could have a heater that doubles as a personal sauna. You could have a pool so automated that it practically apologizes if a leaf dare float on its surface. And because they've bought into the dream, into the image of effortless pool perfection, they'll nod, they'll smile, and they'll write you a check bigger than the pool itself. Diversification is more than just adding new services to your business, so keep that in mind. It's about protecting your company from market volatility, seasonal fluctuations, and increased competition. Many pool service companies rely heavily on routine services such as weekly cleaning or seasonal maintenance. However, these services often come with tight profit margins due to the commoditization of basic pool care. By contrast, high-margin services such as automation systems, safety equipment installations, and premium maintenance packages like we discussed, they offer a greater return on investment and allow businesses to tap into niche markets. Diversifying your revenue stream ensures that your business remains competitive in the face of economic shifts. You won't be as dependent on a single source of income. It also helps in customer retention. A pool service company that offers a comprehensive suite of services can keep clients from seeking other providers for additional needs. When you become the go-to expert for not just regular pool maintenance, but for advanced technology, safety, and premium care, you build stronger, lasting relationships with your clients. Moreover, customers who invest in high-margin services tend to be more loyal. Once they see the value in the services like pool automation or premium maintenance, they're unlikely to switch providers because they have come to rely on your expertise and convenience. This positions your business as a critical partner in maintaining their pool, not just a vendor. One of the more profitable and in-demand services you can offer, like I mentioned before, is pool automation. As more homeowners embrace smart technology, they're seeking ways to incorporate automation into every aspect of their homes, including their pools. Automated pool systems allow customers to control various pool functions such as lighting, heating, filtration, chemical dosing through a smartphone app or voice-activated devices like Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant Pool automation not only adds convenience, but it also helps homeowners maintain optimal water quality without constant manual intervention. Offering pool automation installation and ongoing support can become a highly profitable revenue stream. The initial installation of these systems commands a premium price because of the complexity involved. And once installed, the systems require periodic maintenance, updates, troubleshooting, all of which can be charged at a premium rate. Additionally, as new features are developed, clients are going to turn to you for system upgrades, creating another revenue opportunity. The key to successfully offering automation systems is positioning them as a solution to common pool problems. Many pool owners struggle to keep their pool chemistry balanced or forget to turn off their pool heaters, leading to energy waste. Automation systems solve these problems by automatically adjusting chemical levels and controlling energy consumption. Customers will pay a premium for the convenience and the peace of mind that comes with knowing their pool is always in perfect condition, even when they're not at home. So educating clients on the long-term benefits of automation is critical. While upfront cost may seem high, automation systems do often pay for themselves over time by reducing energy usage, lowering chemical costs, and extending the lifespan of equipment. Highlighting these benefits along with the convenience factor makes it an easy upsell to both new and existing customers. We also mentioned safety. Pool safety is a top concern for families with young children or anyone who hosts guests regularly. Offering safety solutions is not just a value-added service. It's a responsibility, and customers are willing to pay for that peace of mind. Installing safety equipment such as pool alarms, safety covers, and fencing is a high-margin service that allows you to capitalize on a critical need in the market. Pool alarms, for example, detect unauthorized entry into the pool area and can alert homeowners via smartphone notifications. They actually have AI video cameras now that can tell you if somebody's been underwater for too long a period of time. Safety covers prevent accidents by physically blocking access to the pool when not in use, and then removable safety fences add an extra layer of protection for families with small children or pets. Offering these services allows you to command premium prices due to the specialized nature of the installations and the perceived value of safety. Beyond installation, ongoing maintenance of safety systems presents another opportunity for recurring revenue. For example, safety covers may require periodic inspections and adjustments, and pool alarms may need recalibration or software updates. By bundling safety equipment maintenance with your routine services, you not only increase customer satisfaction, but you ensure your business continues to profit from these high-margin services long after the initial installation. The most successful companies approach safety equipment not as a standalone service, but again, part of a broader integrated pool care package. For example, you can offer a comprehensive safety audit, inspecting the pool area for potential hazards and recommending the appropriate safety solutions. Customers appreciate that stuff. They appreciate the thoroughness of expertise of your services, making them more likely to invest in those premium service upgrades. Furthermore, safety audits can become a regular service offering, ensuring that your clients keep coming back for periodic inspections and upgrades as their needs change. For clients who expect nothing but the best, offering high-end maintenance packages is an excellent way to increase your revenue per customer. High-end packages go beyond basic cleaning and chemical balancing, offering service such as water feature maintenance, priority repair service, and extended equipment warranties. These packages are designed to appeal to homeowners who are willing to pay for convenience and luxury. And they offer substantial profit margins due to the exclusivity and comprehensive nature of the service. High-end maintenance package might include more frequent cleaning, water chemistry testing that goes way beyond the basics, such as monitoring your sulfate levels. These are things that can add to greater peace of mind. You could also add priority repair services that guarantee quicker response times in case of equipment malfunction. Why not? For clients who invested in luxury pool features such as waterfalls, lighting systems, or spas, offering a maintenance package that includes these elements adds even more value to your service. But it also brings up another point. Don't maintain those things if you're not offering a premium service, because then you're not getting paid what you're worth. You're doing more than you should for the money basically you're getting ripped off. So if you offer a premium service, you should charge for a premium service. You can offer extended warranties, as we mentioned, on equipment such as pool pumps, filters, heaters. That's another way to enhance your premium maintenance packages. You can negotiate with equipment manufacturers to offer extended warranties at a discount, which allows you to provide clients with peace of mind while generating additional income through warranty servicing. Water chemistry management is another area where you can enhance your high-end packages. Advanced testing for elements like phosphates, copper, sulfates, manganese. Why not? You can offer that at a premium service or as part of your premium service. By taking a more scientific approach to water chemistry, you position yourself as an expert. You could even test for coliform bacteria. Who does that? You could, because you offer a premium service. And guess what? You get paid more because you offer that. By taking a more scientific approach to chemistry, you position yourself as the expert in maintaining optimal pool environment. This sets you far apart from your competitors who are only focused on basic chemical balancing. High-end maintenance packages should also include additional perks that create a sense of exclusivity. So offering personalized service, such as having the same technician service the pool each and every time, or providing VIP scheduling options, which make premium clients feel more valued. Like, what about Friday service? Why can't service on Friday be at a premium? Everybody wants the day before the weekend. I know if you hit all of those, you'd be all over the place in your route. But charge appropriately for it. And if you're getting paid, that's cool. So additionally, you can even offer discounts on other high margin services like automation system upgrades or safety equipment installations that can further incentivize your clients to invest in a comprehensive maintenance plan. To successfully diversify your revenue streams, it's essential to position and market your high margin services effectively. Pool service companies, for the most part, fail to communicate the value of their premium services. This leads customers to believe that they're simply unnecessary add-ons. To overcome this, focus on educating your clients about how these services benefit them in the long run. For automation systems, emphasize the convenience and cost-saving aspects. Homeowners are more likely to invest in technology that not only makes their lives easier, but also saves them money on energy and chemical costs. When discussing safety equipment, position it as an essential investment in protecting their loved ones. Most pool owners won't hesitate to spend money on equipment that can prevent accidents and ensure their pool is a safe place for their family and friends. High-end maintenance packages should be marketed as a luxury service. White glove, that's you. It takes the hassle out of pool ownership completely. Highlight the peace of mind that comes with knowing their pool will always be perfect without them having to lift a finger. For affluent clients, convenience is often more important than cost, so focus on how your premium services simplify their lives. You should also make use of various marketing channels to promote these services. Again, like last week when we talked about going green. If you're going to go VIP, you need to tell people that also. Market yourself that way. You'll get less customers, yeah, but you'll get the right customers. You follow? So look at different marketing channels, email newsletters, website updates, social media, all effective ways to inform your customers about the new services that you offer. In-person demonstrations can be highly effective. For example, when conducting routine maintenance, you could show your client how an automation system works or simply how a safety cover could be installed and operated. Seeing the service in action can often prompt immediate interest. Why not carry a tablet? Show them if they don't understand it. Have a section of videos that you've made of these things, so that way you can better show off the products that you offer. That's all I got for this week. I know it's a lot of stuff, right? But it's good stuff. And hopefully we got something new, something that you didn't know before, or maybe I reminded you of something that you already knew, but you forgot. In either case, I am so thankful that you tune in to listen. I appreciate you. I know there are a lot of pool podcasts out there. In fact, I just did one with Joe Trusty last week, Pool Magazine, on the top 20. This is very, very timely with October. The top 20 horror movies that revolve around swimming pools. And we came up with a pretty cool list. So that's the Pool Magazine podcast if you want to check out another podcast. But again, like I said, very timely to the season and pool related. So take a look at that. If you like the episode that we just did, give it some love, give it 5 stars, a review. Reviews are always cool. Share it with a friend. And most of all, I want you to have a fantastic, fucking tabulous weekend. Until next time, be good, be safe.